This is Darisha Bailey Vaught, a 17-year-old from Rochester, Minnesota. What happened next would change these young lives forever and shake this small community to its core. It all started at 1:20 a.m. on Sunday, July 16th, at Lakeside Veterans Memorial Park in Forest Lake. What began as tension between two groups of young people boiled over into a violent confrontation. Witnesses say both sides were armed, some with
that nigga got a hammer. Jesus Christ.
Baseball bats, hammers, and a crowbar. Prosecutors say 20-year-old Dylan Simmons was playing hacky sack with friends at the park that night when he sent a text message to Devin Bailey Vaught telling him to come to the park to fight. A conflict between Simmons and Vaught and their respective friend groups had been brewing for about 2 years. Through records...
Bro, I ain't fighting no nigga that... Shit. Bro, I ain't fighting no nigga that got a crowbar. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Have y'all ever held a crowbar? Oh no. That bitch hooking shit. That's that shit, nigga. Hit you that hoe, you lose an eyeball or some shit, bruh. A chunk of meat or some shit. Like, god damn. Fighting with a crowbar is... Bro, are we fighting or are we trying to like kill each other? It's like some middle, like, what are we doing? Shit, I might as well play with guns at that point. Because if I got a crowbar, no, if you got a crowbar and I got anything the fuck else, advantage you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell?
Request and extensive research, Midwest Crime has obtained exclusive footage of the incident. For the first time outside of court, here's the full story. Vaught arrived in a vehicle, while Simmons and a passenger exited his vehicle wielding hammers. Vaught and his friend were also armed with a baseball bat and a folding knife. A witness would later tell jurors, both sides up to this point were in the wrong. As the fight starts to wind down, Simmons and a friend head back to his car, a white Mazda sedan.
Our coverage is made possible because of sponsors like Morgan & Morgan. Over the years, we've seriously hurt, you could winner. The large 1,000-altering car crash therapy. Morgan, $9 million at trial. The best part, not all offers going to for the...
Simmons drives toward the crowd, narrowly missing the group standing just inches away. He crashes into the rear of Vaught's vehicle, nearly running over someone's foot and brushing against someone else's leg. Simmons backs up and accelerates again, this time hitting Vaught's sister, 17-year-old Darisha, driving over her with both front and rear tires before speeding away. Now, for the first time, we bring this exclusive footage to the public from 3 perspectives.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Risha.
Oh! Nigga, oh! I got them on camera!
You gotta go, bro. You gotta go.
What does a lifetime warranty mean? At Harbor Freight, it means confidence.
Moments later...
Shit! Fuck! Was it that serious? And then dude in the back, dumb ass nigga, bro. You just involved in your shit. Number one, you shouldn't even be in the cop. You know what I'm saying? Just crash outs. You friends with crash outs. Boy, if I'm in the car, the nigga just ran a bitch over, bro. I'm in that hoe, Silento. I'm plotting on my moment to tuck and roll. You hear me? I'm not finna be caught on camera saying, bro, you gotta go. You telling this nigga to, now you a part, you an accomplice.
Later, police and paramedics arrive. They rush to provide emergency medical aid to Darisha as she lies in the parking lot.
Man, that hoe a pancake. Bones broken shit. She's probably dead, that's what I'm saying. You probably ran over that bitch rib or something. Fuck!
Copy.
Fuck!
30 copy, just looking for me on him, helmet out.
Copy, we have them in route.
Fuck, bruh.
434, CPR in progress.
No, please. Oh, please.
Stay with me. Here, I'm gonna switch out with you, okay?
Despite their efforts, she had multiple fractures and a traumatic head injury. Darisha died at the scene shortly after.
And look, you hear dude in the background crying. That's my sister. That's my sister. This shit is so tragic. Like, this shit is honest, like tragic as fuck, traumatizing as fuck. And you're young, like you young as fuck, so it's hard to like really just be on your ass the way I would be on like a regular, like a grown motherfucker's ass. But I just don't. I got a little sister, bro, and I would never in life be doing anything violent or potentially dangerous around my sister, because I'm super like I don't even play like that with my sister. Like, it's been times in which like me and my sister, we supposed to go down to see YoungBoy, his concert in the Ville, and I'm not finna. My mom asked me, we gonna go out or we gonna? No, I'm not trying to be walking on no Broadway with my little sister. I'm gonna be like too protective. I'm gonna be way too like this ain't that. I'm not finna be jacking with a bunch of niggas, and my sister's in the vicinity. My sister's involved in the drama. I'm not finna willingly be there. I'm not finna allow my sister to even participate in such stupid ass reckless events. Cause like I'm her big brother. I'm supposed to protect my sister. I'm not supposed to be like encouraging fuck shit for my sister. Yo, the little girl was over there beating on the car, that's spinning around and shit. My sister wouldn't, bro. I would have snatched my sister up so fast. Get your ass over here. What the fuck you doing? So this shit is sad, bro. Nigga watched his sister die.
After rescue crews arrived, a medical examiner later ruled her death was a homicide. Simmons and his passenger quickly drove away, but they didn't get far. The passenger called someone still at the scene who was speaking with an officer. They convinced Simmons to return back to the scene. Simmons eventually drove back and turned himself in, and admitted to officers that he knew he'd struck the victim. This surveillance camera video gave prosecutors the evidence they needed to upgrade Simmons' charges to second-degree murder, with 3 counts of second-degree assault added to the case.
A family in Forest Lake is grieving the loss of a 17-year-old girl.
Police say that someone intentionally hit and killed her during a fight at a park this weekend. 20-year-old Dylan Simmons appeared in court for the first time today after Washington County prosecutors charged him with third-degree murder and vehicular homicide.
Simmons' trial started in December 2024, but it wasn't long before tensions turned the quiet courthouse into chaos. 2 families, one seeking justice, the other claiming innocence. During the first day of the trial, both sides shouted at each other outside the courtroom and a hole was punched in the wall. With the fighting continuing over lunch at a Carboni's Pizza near the courthouse.
I just want him to pay for his crime. Like, he's admitting that he hit her, but he's not admitting that he did it on purpose.
He's right. Despite prosecutors saying Dylan Simmons intentionally tried to hit people with his car, killing Bailey Vath, Simmons' mother is speaking out for the first time, saying her son is a good kid and did not mean to hit her.
Well, first and foremost, I want to start out by saying that our hearts and prayers go out to Darisha's family, the Bailey Vath family. They've suffered a tremendous loss. I'm not saying I don't think he should do any time. I think what I'm saying is he's not a murderer. What they're trying to throw at him is crazy to me.
The 2 groups had been fighting. Waldo says her son was terrified when it was all unfolding at Lakeside Veterans Memorial Park.
His car was surrounded by multiple kids beating on the car with a bat. He freaked out. He was scared. He put it in drive. There was people in front of the car and some jumped out of the way, and unfortunately she didn't. And like I said, it's so sad. I think he should do what's just and fair, which is not 32 years, not his life. Like, I just don't.
But as far as prison time, how long is enough?
I want him to do the rest of his life, because we lost a life. He should spend the rest of his life.
See, now, she did add context, and I didn't even look at it from that POV. low key. And looking back at it, she was one of the girls beating on his car. So I'm trying to piece this shit together. In that initial scene in this video, when the people was running with the crowbars and the bats, was that prior to him getting in his car and trying to escape? Is that what was going on? Because if that's the case, then this changes everything. If that's the case, then this kind of does change everything. Because if y'all was trying to beat up, like jump this nigga with crowbars and baseball bats, and he retreated to his car, and you guys were still outside of his car like, hey, nigga, get the fuck out so we can beat the shit out of you, and he skirted around this bitch and then ran over with Darnisha, that does change shit a little bit. But nevertheless, I do think, I'm a firm believer, is if you honestly kill somebody without like 100% of like innocence, like 100% self-defense, like if you wasn't a part of this shit at all and you ended up killing somebody, if it's not a situation like that, I do think you should do some amount of time. Rather that's 10 years, 15, you should do a significant, because you're not the maker. You don't control when motherfuckers leave this bitch. But yeah, this kind of got me thinking about it a little bit different. I didn't look at it like that at first.
After a 5-day trial, the jury reached its verdict. Simmons was found guilty of second-degree murder without intent, and he was acquitted of the charge of second-degree murder with intent. Jurors found him guilty of criminal vehicular homicide and 3 counts of second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. Simmons remains jailed in Washington County ahead of his sentencing, set for March 20th, 2025. A judge will ultimately determine Simmons' fate. He is facing up to 40 years in prison. For Darisha's family, the verdict brought a measure of justice, but they still feel the pain of her loss. This part of their legal battle may be over, but the scars of that night remain.
My daughter is gone. I'm never gonna see her again. I'm never gonna be able to.
Hey man, hold on. We gotta see. I'm curious. What's this dude's name? What was his name? I want to see, because it's past March. I want to see what they gave his ass.
But the scars of that night remain.
My daughter.
A judge will ultimately determine Simmons' fate. 20th, 2025. A judge will ultimately determine Simmons' fate. He is facing up to 40 years in prison.
Simmons. His name is Dylan Simmons. I'm just curious to see. Damn, they gave a bitch at 20 years. Damn. So he'll be about 40 when he get out this bitch. Damn. They gave us at 20 years. That's crazy. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. Let me know what y'all think about this shit down below in the comments. I appreciate all the love and support the motherfucker get. I really do. Fuck with me.